It's time for the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggars Pizza. Now here's your host, Pat DiSabato.
Hello and welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggars Pizza. I am your host, Pat DiSabato from the Southtown Star newspaper, and we are at Lamont High School, home of the Indians and home of one of the hottest teams in all the boys basketball world here. Unbelievable season by the Indians. 22-2 overall, 12-1 in the South Suburban Blue Division, and Friday night, folks, this is the place to be. The Indians hosting perennial power Hillcrest. 7 o'clock tip-off is at, and if the Indians could knock off the Hawks, they get a share of the Blue Division title. And let me tell you something, Lamont basketball has never been able to say that before, but we're going to have on head coach Rick Rawness. And Rick has done a tremendous job here. This is his third season at Lamont, and he's got things rolling, man. I mean, lower levels are doing excellent. Varsity's doing great, and it's great to see the Indians having success like this on the basketball court. So we're going to have Rick on right after this timeout, sponsored by Beggars Pizza. A lot of good stuff, so stick around.
For over 30 years, Beggars Pizza has been delivering you great pizza your whole family will love. But don't forget, it's not only our award-winning thin, stuffed, and deep dish pizza. We have great pasta, salads, desserts, sandwiches, and more. Our meals are prepared with the finest ingredients available, making sure you go home happy every time. Whether it's your team's victory bash, a birthday party, or just a nice night out of the kitchen, enjoy a great Beggars Pizza at home or dine in at one of our many Chicagoland locations.
Moraine Valley has a proud tradition of providing academic excellence and student success. A well-rounded college experience at Moraine Valley includes clubs, organizations, athletics, fitness center, and more.
With the coaching staff and the facilities they offer, it's been really great.
I definitely believe Moraine Valley is a good choice for someone who is looking for an associate's degree.
Moraine Valley Community College, changing lives for a changing world.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggars Pizza. All right, if you're just joining us, our guest this week, Lamont boys basketball coach Rick Rawness. Rick, how's it going, buddy?
Doing great, Pat.
Doing great. That's an understatement. Doing great. 22-2, 12-1 in the South Suburban Blue. Things are going great. If someone would have said to you prior to the season starting, sometime over the summer, and said, "Hey, you guys are going to be in this position right now, 22-2, 12-1 in conference," what would your response have been?
Probably wake me up. It's time to go to work. It's been just a joyful ride, especially with the kids we have. I know they're enjoying it, and to see them, getting some recognition and stuff, it's really been enjoyable.
Yep. Well, Friday night, I got a feeling this place is going to be rocking. You're hosting Hillcrest. It's for a shot at a share of the title. How exciting is this, man? I mean, to be sitting here, last game in a regular season Friday, and you got a chance, you control your destiny to gain a piece of the pie.
Yeah, it's been a long climb. We talked about it and probably dreamed about it more than planned on it early in the season. But early in the year, we had a hiccup against Evergreen Park, and we went over there and lost a game. And after that, our motto has been with every conference game, this is the conference championship, because we weren't expecting Hillcrest to lose, and we're fortunate enough to beat Revis Friday night, and after that, we finally said the real one is finally here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're expecting a big crowd. The kids and the parents and the community have all been very supportive, and a lot of people are talking about the game, so we're expecting a big crowd.
Yep. Well, you guys, I don't want to say you came out of nowhere, but, to be in a situation you're in right now, what's been the key, man? No one saw this coming.
Yeah.
Like I said, you didn't even see this coming. What's been the whole key to this?
I don't know if it's been one thing. There's been a lot of things. I think we're a lot better defensively than we thought we'd be. our team chemistry has been fantastic, and all the coaches who have coached at all understand how important that is. And these kids really enjoy playing with each other, sharing the ball, and we've had performances by multiple kids at multiple times, just stepping up when we've needed them, and just a mental toughness that we haven't had in the past.
Yep. Well, one player does not make a team.
Yeah.
But obviously, the big key was getting Uosis Balcionis,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He transferred in from St. Joseph's over the summer, junior, and what has he meant to this upswing here?
He's meant a lot. The last thing I said was mental toughness, and that's one thing he really brings. You hear that cliche, you hate to lose. He's one of those kids. In practice, he hates to lose. When we're practicing, we do little drills, and we line him up, and he doesn't want anybody to think that they've got an edge on him, and he brings that to the game. And he's a very confident kid, very skilled kid, obviously, and it's great having that kind of skill and leadership and confidence at the point guard position.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference.
Well, when you heard of him transfer, because there's a facility over here, it's the Lithuanian World Center, right, in Lamont, and I know you've had, Modestas. What was Modestas' last name?
Maslionis.
Yeah, and he's going to Chicago State next year. He was at St. Exabs, and he was a great player. So you got a little connection here with the Lithuanian World Center. Now, when you heard he was transferring, were you aware of this kid's talents at the time? And
yeah, you know what? My first exposure to Lamont, I came over and I was introduced as head coach after the interviewing process, of course, and had just like an open house, meet parents and stuff. And he came as an 8th grader with his parents, and Mr. Young introduced me because they've been, hey, this is going to be a key if we can get this kid. And and he just at the time, he didn't know me, he didn't know us. We were coming off of 2 wins the year before, and kind of just made the decision to transfer. And so I'd see him at our games and stuff. Hey, how's it going? Just small talk back and forth. And then last spring, the kids are like, "Hey, Uwaza's thinking about coming." I'm like, "Let him know he'd be welcome. That'd be great." And trying to stay away from it and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, he made the decision, and ever since then, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, Christmas came a little bit early for you guys, right?
I've been joking. I became a lot smarter coach on June 1st of last year.
And the nice thing is, he's a junior.
Yeah.
Why go up to Westchester? You got a great facility here.
Yeah.
It's academically an outstanding school, beautiful facilities. Good to see something like that happen. And I'll tell you, the one interesting story about this, with him arriving, is Joe O'Brien, a kid who, he's really had to show an unselfish manner, because he was the guy last year, kind of. And talk about that, and Joe having to make some adjustments.
Yeah, Joe was our starting point guard last year and did an admirable job, and we expected him to be the starting point guard this year, and he developed his game and worked on things over the summer in anticipation of that. And then as the season started, it became clear at the end of the summer with Uwazas and then through fall that Uwazas was going to take that position. And kind of the day before the season began practice, Joe came into my room. I teach here at Lamont, and he asked, he's like, "Coach, what's my position? What's my spot on the team going to be this year?" And I said, "Well, we're going in and we expect Uwazas to compete for the job, but he's probably going to win that job, and I'd like you to compete and win that 2-guard job. It's going to be a little different." And he accepted it, and but he's been more than that. He hasn't been a traditional 2-guard in the sense of taking a lot of shots and getting a lot of offense, but just he's almost like a second point guard on the floor.
Yeah.
Whereas Uwazas looks a little more for his own offense at the point. Joe is still kind of running the show, but from the 2 spot. And if Uwazas gets a little tired, Joe will bring the ball up. He's our backup point guard. He's done a lot of things, filled in a lot of roles, and on the floor he's that senior presence, that sort of commanding general, even from the 2-guard spot.
Yep. Well, having kids with that type of attitude, man. If you had every kid like that, it'd be a much more enjoyable experience, right? A kid that's unselfish like that. And it's going to be imperative that you have 2 type of point guards on the floor Friday against Hook with that 1-1-3 trap, right? It's going to be a key to have both those guys.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to go to a Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. Remember, folks, jump on LisaThomasSalon.com. A lot of specials on there. You can join the Team Club membership. A lot of advantages to that as well. We come back, more with Rick Rawness, Lamont boys basketball coach. Stay tuned.
What teen doesn't want to be in style with the latest trends? What teen doesn't want the hottest cuts at an affordable price? It's time to get noticed with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where girls get a cut and style for just $27 and guys get a cut and style for just $17. Get the right look for the right price at the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club. Your style, perfect style. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon.
For over 60 years, Standard Bank has been a part of your neighborhood, supporting sports and other activities, working with communities as they grow and thrive, helping businesses and families to reach their financial goals. In communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, your neighborhood is our neighborhood. We can help you reach your financial goals by growing your money with My Green Checking. Interest checking with no minimum balance and no monthly fees. To learn more, visit standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
Pops opened in 1980. Although we've come a long way, 30 years later, Pops continues to cater to the South Chicagoland area. Each of our owners are dedicated to serving the best, freshest product possible. Our beef is cooked and sliced fresh daily. Not only known for our beef, but other great items, sausage, chicken sandwiches, hot dogs, and gyros. Featuring our newest food item, the breaded steak sandwich. Let us cater your next party. Please visit our website for a Pops location nearest you.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggars Pizza. If you're just joining us, we are at Lamont High School. Boys basketball coach Rick Rawness is our guest. Indians 22-2, 12-1 overall. Big game Friday night right here in Lamont at Hillcrest. A school with, the only school in the area that has a tiered parking garage. That's a sweet thing, man. That's a sweet thing. All right, we've talked about Joe O'Brien, but you've had some other guys definitely step up here. Joe Haher, Mike Wiz, to name just a few.
Yeah.
Talk about some of the kids who have stepped up and really,
Well, I want to start with Matt Lipowski, a senior who is playing a 4 position for us and generally gets assigned the other team's best player and, has been an unselfish leader as a senior. Has really kind of given away on his offensive game to concentrate on the defense and seeing that we have other options on offense this year. So starting there, and then we've got, as you mentioned, Joey Haher and Mike Wiz, who at the beginning of the year came off the bench, and now Joey's moved into the starting position. And 2 of our last 3 games, big games against TF South and TF North. Against TF North, Mike Wiz, the sophomore, put up 20, and Joey against over at TF South, a huge game for us, had 21. So, just different people all year. Jake Terrazas had 20 in a game against Eisenhower earlier as a sophomore. We've had a number of guys in double figures this year at different times. So it's enjoyable to have different people every night, and that's kind of one of the gratifying things, and it has helped with the community as well. They're like, oh, it's great to see how unselfish they are, and different kids taking leadership roles and getting big nights. So that's been exciting.
And speaking of the community, what's it been like to see the support you're receiving from the community as well as the students here, man? This place it's rocking.
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, we only had 1 home game before Christmas, and we knew we'd had the support of the parents, and then all of a sudden we started seeing faces that we didn't see, and we saw kids, and kids in the hallway who I don't even know. Hey, Mr. Rawness, good game, and we're going to be there, and it's just been great. We've got our own little student section now, and it's been building, and hopefully it'll be the biggest yet Friday night.
Yeah. Well, what do you think the key is for you guys to pull this off Friday? What needs to happen? What do you guys need to do?
We need to play, probably our best game of the year. That's such a great program and very well coached by Coach Houston, and they're probably as balanced this year as they've been, and we're going to have to take care of the ball, we're going to have to shoot the ball, and we're going to have to guard. It's not basketball genius, but if we shoot the ball well and handle their 1-3-1 pressure and their traps, we should be able to compete. But defensively, we've got to do some things too. So it's going to be the ultimate challenge, but we're looking forward to it. A lot of other teams would love to be in this position. I'm just very grateful that we are.
That's all you can ask for, to be in a position and have a shot, man. In the playoffs, you guys are at the Rich East sectional, and you got the 4 seed, right? You got the 4 seed over there. You got Hillcrest, Rich South, Morgan Park, the 1, 2, and 3. What do you think? What do you think this team is capable of with that type of field?
Well, on the right night, I think we're capable of beating anybody, any one of those teams. I think it's an advantage for us to play Hillcrest on Friday night for the conference championship going into the playoffs, because that's the #1 team. So good or bad, after Friday night, we're going to be able to say, hey, that's the top-rated team in our section. So that's what we're aiming for.
Okay. We talked a little bit about the Lithuanian community. How important is it for you guys to establish this relationship with them? Because obviously they're developing a tremendous amount of talent over there. So for you to get this situation, how important is it for you guys?
That was one of the first things once we got over here at Lamont that, that became apparent through meeting you as an 8th grader and meeting some of the other people that would be important. So, I got over there on one of my first trips and met a staff member now, Step Basilis, and he's important over there with player development, and just kind of saw everything that had going on and was like, wow, this is right here, and they're developing all these kids, and we need to make Lamont synonymous with that, and we're working on it. It's paid off so far.
I know the lower levels are doing real well, but you have a tremendous coach at the freshman level. Tanner Mitchell, who I cover, it's crazy. I saw him here prior to the taping to see Tanner now. I covered him at Sandberg, and a tremendous basketball mind. And so I know you've got some good coaching going on with him. But overall, sophomores, freshmen are doing pretty well, huh?
Doing well. We've got 2 sophomores with us at the varsity level, and without them, they've still been able to maintain a more than respectable record. I think they're about 14-7, and the freshmen are a little better than that even. So we're hoping to, with everything, all the time we've put in, all the work, that these lower level guys now have enjoyed a little success, have seen what the varsity guys do to earn that success, and hopefully just keep developing, keep working hard, and even now at the lower levels, we've got people involved through the community, through travel basketball, and kind of see what kind of style we play here. And beginning of the year, we do a coaches night for them. We bring them in here and do a little clinic. We've brought in speakers and just like little things like that to try to just connect the whole basketball environment here in Lamont.
Well, I'll tell you another key. I don't know if you're aware of this, but one of the keys to this uprising is you've got some Eisenhower flavor involved here with Danny Lang doing little stuff.
I've heard that.
You never can get enough Eisenhower, flavor. A little Blue Island connection. That's a good thing, man. Right?
Yeah, no, seriously, Dan Lang's been great scouting for us, and he's kind of been our sneaky scout, because people, why is Dan Lang here? And then they find out later he's volunteering for Lamont this year.
Yeah,
so
incognito. He's been incognito.
Yes.
I've seen him, at a couple games. His nickname back in the day was the Pistol, because if you gave Danny the ball, you weren't getting it back. He'd fire it.
See, that's not what he tells us. He talks about being unselfish and what a great team player he was. So.
No, Danny's a good guy, man. All right, well, Rick, thanks a lot, man, for hooking us up here. Good luck Friday. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Looking forward to it, and it's good to see. Eric Michelson does a tremendous job with the football program. You got Joe Rodriguero with the baseball program, and now with the boys basketball program. I think everything's fitting in place here, man. And the girls' sports are always very successful. So it's a nice transition now. It just keeps the momentum going, right?
Well, yeah, we had a couple of wrestling kids, I think, finished second over the weekend. So, Coach St. Clair does a great job, through those curtains. So, yeah, we got to do something to try to keep up around here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We're doing a great job, Rick. Thanks for your time, all right? All right, folks, we're going to go to an athletics timeout. Remember, grab your cell phones. Chance to win a $50 gift card sponsored by Standard Bank. Isaac textbook question. It's going to have some Lamont flavor to it. So you Lamont people, you want to stick around for this. Chance to win $50. All right? We return. All kinds of good stuff. Stay tuned.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
Looking for a lunch you won't soon forget? Check out the new Beggars Lunch Buffet. Of course you'll find the great thin crust, stuffed crust, and deep dish Beggars Pizza you love, but our buffet goes even further. We have soups, salads, Italian beef, Italian sausage, pasta, and chicken. And don't forget about Beggars' famous cookie pizza for dessert. For only $7.95, it's an incredible deal. From 11 until 2, Monday through Friday, this is a can't-miss lunch that has something for everyone. So get to a Beggars near you today.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggars Pizza. I'd like to thank Lamont boys basketball coach Rick Rawness for being our guest. Also like to extend a thank you to the athletic director, John Young, hooking us up here on President's Day. Great job, Johnny Young, one of the best athletic directors out there, man. All right, folks, time for the Isaac text poll question of the week, sponsored by Standard Bank. Chance to win $50. All you have to do is answer the question. All right, here we go. Who will score more points Friday night? Hillcrest Jalen Loving, that's A. A for Hillcrest Jalen Loving, or B for Lamont's Uosius Balciunas. All right? One or the other. All right? Then, text Beto and the answer option, A or B, to 90210. Texter number 4 with the correct response wins a $50 gift card from Standard Bank. All right? If you have any questions, go to coachescornershow.com for the question, answer options. All right, folks. Results. Sandburg 45, Homewood Flossmoor 44. Game I was at, great game by Sandburg. Brian Dace, 23 points. Eagles were up 7 at the half, trailed by 6 in the fourth, rallied to win that game. Unbelievable. For HF, Tim Williams had 18 points, Delvon Rencher had 10. Bloom 57, Creep Monique 49. For Bloom, Donald Moore had 11 points. Johnny Griffin had 10 points, 5 boards. For Creep Monique, Marius Hopkins 12 points, 6 rebounds. Jordan Perry 10 points for the Warriors. Andrew 58, Thorn Ridge 31. For Andrew, Jabril Adekoya 19 points, 9 boards. Tyler Hook 17 points. And Glorin Leisha 10 points for the surging T-Bolts. Oak Forest 66, Tinley Park 64. For Tinley Park, Tracy Brandy 18 points, Eldridge Anderson 16 points, 17 rebounds. Johnny Calhoun had 12 points for Tinley. For Oak Forest, Mario Schaefer had 18 points, 10 boards. Bless you, Polish Prince. Tom Zale, 13 points for the Bengals. Hillcrest 68, TF South 46. For TF South, Robert Ryan had 9 points. For Hillcrest, Jayon Troutman 18 points, Jalen Loving 14.6 blocks. Virgil Fleming, 12 points for the Hawks. Lamont 63, Revis 41 for the Indians. Uosis Balciunas, 14 points, 7 assists. For Revis, Nick Ball had 14 points. And Marist 50, Bennett 49. Big win by Marist. They were down 6 or 7 with about 2 minutes left. Rallied to beat a very good Bennett squad. For Marist, Lexus Williams, 15 points, 5 assists. LJ McIntosh, 14 points. And Nick Wisher, 13 points, including the game-winning free throw for the Red Hawks. All right, the Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. Sandburg's Brian Dace, 23 points to lead the Eagles to a 45-44 upset of Homewood Flossmoor. Scored 16 of those points in the first half, which allowed Sandburg to take a 24-17 lead. He came up big, man. So first time in Todd Allen's 7-year tenure at Sandburg that the Eagles have ever defeated Homewood Flossmoor. So great accomplishment on senior night at HF. Great accomplishment. All right, the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club Player of the Week, Oak Forest Courtney Kashlick scored 16 points to help the Bengals upset Rich South in the Evergreen Park Regional Championship game, ended the Stars season. So we'll get out a gift bag from Lisa Thomas Salon, t-shirt, gift card, products, all kinds of good stuff. And for our Labriola Bakery Cafe winner, Brian Dace, he's going to get a nice $25 gift card to Labriola Bakery Cafe in Oak Brook. All right, folks, we are going to go to Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. When we return, high and tight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
What teen doesn't want to be in style with the latest trends? What teen doesn't want the hottest cuts at an affordable price? It's time to get noticed with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where girls get a cut and style for just $27 and guys get a cut and style for just $17. Get the right look for the right price at the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club. Your style, perfect style. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon.
Since 1970, Standard Bank & Trust has been a landmark at the corner of 95th and Western. Now there's a new, state-of-the-art Standard Bank at the same convenient location and better equipped to serve your needs. So stop by and meet our friendly professional staff. They provide personalized service and a wide range of products to help both businesses and individuals reach their financial goals. In the Evergreen Park area and in communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, we're your neighborhood bank. Learn more at standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, sponsored by Beggars Pizza. All right, folks, you know, most kids want to play for a winner. They don't want to be a part of a rebuilding program on a team. And, look at the situation at Lamont. Uosis Balcionis, he goes to St. Joseph's for 2 years, a much heralded basketball program, state championship level basketball program. You know what? He could have got lost in the shuffle out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good talent there. Yeah, it's a successful program, but how gratifying is it for this kid to come to his community high school 5 minutes away from his house and take this program, from mediocrity up into the elite? There's something to be said about that. Like I said, it's great to play for a winner, but it's even more gratifying to turn a program like Lamont into a winner. That's what it's all about, and I give the kid a tremendous amount of credit, as I do that entire team. So, all right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. Get out to some games, particularly this one Friday night at Lamont. Place is going to be rocking. Go to Nick's, have a burger. It's all good. See you next week.